Hola guys and girls, and welcome to a new Digimon TCG BT6 deck showcase. And as you can see on screen right now, we are going to talk about my variant of the Agumon Bond of Bravery, or in short the Bob deck, which is about this card right here, level 7 Agumon card with 14 KDP, so pretty strong there, and a great way attacking effect, which means if you have a Tamer in play, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 13 KDP or less, and of course the once return effect. When opponent's Digimon is deleted, trash the top card of the security stack, so with that you attack. You're most of the times going to remove at least one security through the attack, one through the effect, and remove one in total as well. And why this card is so great? Because of course there is the combo with the Tamer in the same set, which has the your turn effect when, first of all, the effect of course that you gain memory and a draw if you put an Agumon or Greymon out of your breeding area. But the other effect, once per turn, Digivolve your Agumon into one Agumon Bond of Bravery, this card here, in your hand if it's evolution cost, ignoring its level. If you do, trash the top crew cards of the security stack, then if you have one or more security cards, delete that Digimon at the end of the turn. So with that, we can just choose any Agumon on our field, Digivolve for free into Agumon Bond of Bravery, of course, and yeah. Swing security, get all these effects going for the cost of course losing 2 security. So this is the combo deck basically to turbo out the Agumon, get insane value out of that, or even end the game just with that card. But yeah, that's what the deck is about. Now let me show you how I built this one. Like I said, we of course play 4 Agumon Bond of Bravery. Oh God, I hate that they didn't call it Bond of Courage, but what can you do? And yeah. So 4 of them, so that's already, you can see on the screen right here. Let's start with the rookies, and of course, like I said, we do need Agumons for the Tamer effect, so we do play only Agumons, which is thankfully pretty easy to do since there are a lot of Agumons in total in the game so far. And we played a total of 17 Agumons. So similar to Rookie Rush there, we play a lot of rookies there, because this deck plays a lot differently than just your standard Digivolve into level 6 Digimon and then do something deck, which basically my Dynasmon and my Hexablau Zulongmon deck, which I showcased before, do. So that's why the ratios are way different. This plays way differently. First of all, we do play 4 times the Agumon from this set, which has a nice effect that we get 1 memory when you play a tie, which is of course the Tamer I just showed you. And the good thing, it's an alternate effect, so if for example this tie is in the security and gets hit on the field, we do get the memory as well, so we can play it for cheaper, and of course the nice inheritable. While this Digimon has Agumon Bond of Bravery, it gains security +1, so if we Digivolve into our main beta in the deck, we get an additional security attack. So we do play 4 of those just for the double synergy in that regard. Then we do play the BT1 rare Agumon 4 times as well, which is this one. For the tutor effect, on play, reveal 5 cards from the top of your deck, add 1 Tamer card among into your hand, place the remaining cards at the bottom of your deck in any order. So like I said, for this combo to go off, we need the Tamer, otherwise it wouldn't work. So having a tutor for Tamers is pretty nice in this deck. So of course we play 4 times that one. Then I decide to play 2 times the starter deck Agumon, which gives us +2000 if we take a play for this turn, and 4 times the promo Agumon, which basically do the same thing. They get to give us a +2k boost. This one if you take a player, this one if it has Greymon in its name. As you can see later, we do have a lot of Greymons in our level 4s, and yeah, getting this boost is very easy to go in that regard. And yeah, they just help with the promo Greymon. You will see later, getting the boost on that is pretty nice. And yeah, last but definitely not least, I do have 3 more of the 2-cost Agumon out of BT3 or BT 1.5, because like I said, we are hard playing a lot of stuff. So having a 2-cost Agumon to hard play can be pretty crucial, because it doesn't really matter if the Agumon comes out of the racing area or is on the field. As long as we have the Tamer and the Bob in hand, we can always Digivolve that into. Like I said, they are called Agumon. Sadly, they have to be called Agumon. It's not in the Tamer effect. It doesn't say it has Agumon in its name. So we can only play Agumons. And yeah, these are the 17 Agumons I play. So I just saw we skipped the Tamers. So let's do that right after the rookies. These are my 17 Agumons I play in the deck. And yeah, let's go with the Tamers. That's pretty simple. I play 1 Koromon and 4 times the Dameramon out of set. Koromon of course gives additional draws if we have a Greymon or Omnimon on attack. In this deck only Greymons, and Dameramon gets another 1000k boost if we attack a player. And yeah, these boosts with the Dameramon and the Agumon that showed you, the 2k boost if we take a player or has Greymon in its name, comes into play very importantly now with our level 4 slots, because there we play 4 times the promo Greymon, which has the nice effect, while this Digimon has an Agumon, its Devolution cards, it gains Security Tech +1. So with the boost, with one Digimon and a few of our Agumons, we can boost this to 8k DP with Security Tech +1, which makes it most likely survive 2 checks. Only very few level 5 Digimon are stronger than 8k. And yeah, other than that, it's only option cards level 6 and level 7 Digimon, which are not too many in the deck, of course. So very nice chance of this thing surviving both checks, or even the first one only, to be able to get rid of 2 security in one attack, which is pretty nice because we need to start chipping security in the early game with our rookies or our Greymons before we can end the game with Bond of Bravery. Bond of Bravery, there we go. So yeah, very crucial part. Like the BOF deck, the Bond of Friendship, the Agumon deck has the Ancient Garurumon line as their secondary chip damage Digimon, whatever you want to call it. This deck has the promo Greymon with addition of the inheritables from the promo Agumon or the starter deck Agumon. Can get pretty nice deep Digi power stat to survive these extra security attacks. But yeah, next up we got another Greymon, which is the Geo Greymon from the starter deck, which of course is a security Digimon, so if it has security, it actually gets to play it, and has the nice unplay effect, delete one of your Digimon with 4000 DP or less. It's just another Greymon, which helps us getting additional draws through the Tamer type, gets the boost as well, gets us memory with the another Tamer we will see later on with the Marcus. And yeah, our last level 4 is 3 times the Agumon. Since we do play a lot of Tamers in this deck, 7 in total, it's very easy to have a Tamer on board, just be target for Agumon, which can be pretty crucial in ending out the game, just giving us 1 additional attack after all the security is gone. And yeah, that's why we play 3 Agumon in this deck as well. And yeah, this is the level 4 lineup, like I said, and that's where basically our whole Evolve line ends. We don't play any level 5 Digimon, and the only level 6 Digimon we play are not to evolve into. So basically, all you're doing, you're playing Agumons, you play removal, you Digivolve into your level 4 Digimon, and chip at security till you can go for the 1 swing with Agumon of Bravery, blah. Words, I don't know, the Agumon, Bob. Let's just call him Bob, it's more simple to pronounce. But yeah, now for our level 6 lineup, like I said, no level 5 Digimon, we don't evolve into that. We just have 2 level 6 Digimon, which are 2 Manga Dramon, just for the security recovery. If you have 3 of your security cards, trigger recovery +2. Yeah, the when taking effect doesn't come to play in this deck. We don't play any yellow level 3 Digimon. I saw some decks which play Bushi Agumon, but it comes into play way too little to use that effect. It's just there because, like I said, we do if we don't find our Tamer and Bob, we are vulnerable to the opponent just beating us down. So having additional time for additional recovery can be nice, especially since we do have a lot of cards which in the security can do a lot of damage to the opponent. Be it, for example, already the Geo Greymon, which can delete something small and gets additional Digimon on the field, or our option cards, which I will cover right now, or even potentially Tamers, which we'll see later. But yeah, option cards, of course, like I said, since we do not play any level 5 Digimon, we have a lot of slots for our option cards there, and we do play 3 times Gaia Force. Pretty simple, just removes a Digimon there for 8 costs. Most of the times you want to see the security. I play 1 Plasma Stake, because I think in the current meta there are a lot of Digimon with 13k or more, even in my turn, be it the Bobs and the Boffs with their 14k, be it of course all level 7 Digimon, even Jesmon. If the opponent has a Systemon CL on the field, he gets the +1000 boost in all turns, so that means even in my turn he has 13k, so that's pretty easy to remove that as well. And yeah, the Azulongmon in the blue decks, for example, like I said, there's in this meta I think there's a good amount of 13k or more Digimon running around that definitely this card can come into play, and that's what I played a 1-off. I did play it as a 2-off before, but then it kind of felt sometimes too clunky because it's not very versatile in comparison to the card we show you right now, which is of course the Atomic Blaster from the starter deck. It's a very versatile removing effect because choose any number of Digimon whose total DP adds up to 8000 or less and delete them. So like I said, very versatile in that regard. You can delete 1 Digimon with 8000, 1 with 5000, 1 with 3000, 4 Digimon with 2000 DP. Like I said, there's a lot of versatility with this removal, so you will always find some target with that, or most of the time at least, barring the opponent has only 1 strong Digimon in the field. But that's where these 4 cards come into play. And then we play 2 times as well the red memory boost, just for a little bit more tutoring, because like I said, we have our Tamer tutor, but we don't have much Digimon tutoring, so the red memory boost comes into play into there. With the main effect, of course, reveal the top 4 cards of your deck, add 1 red Digimon card from one to your hand, put the rest at the bottom of the deck, and the delay effect to give us additional memory, which of course is nice. And yeah, these are the option cards. Like I said, removal and tutoring in the option cards. All cards we love to see in the security with our Magnet Dramon. So yeah, that's why additional recovery is pretty nice in the deck as well, because it just cannot give this clutch Gaia Force, clutch Atomic Blast, clutch whatever in the security to survive some more turns. And then for the Tamers, as already mentioned, we need the Tai Kamiya for our combo from BT6, so of course play 4 times that one. And then I do play 3 times the Marcos Diamond, because what we need as well for this combo is we need free memory at least at the beginning of the turn. That can be enabled with 2 ties, because if you raise an Agumon or Bravery, we could get 2 additional memory. It can be enabled through, for example, Red Memory Boost, but Marcos Diamond is just very easy to, yeah, it just makes it way easier to have the free memory, because we need of course 3 to evolve into Agumon, because it has a free cost evolution cost. So we do need the free memory to actually enable the combo. And the cost effect is very nice, since we do play 8 different Greymons. Getting the additional memory is pretty nice as well, comes into play a lot of times, but yeah. And of course a nice target for Agumon potentially. Just be careful to not suspend it before to trigger the effect of getting memory if you attack with a Greymon, because then your Agumon will be suspended as well, and you don't want that. But yeah, that's the deck. Like I said, plays very different from your standard deck. I have to say, I'm not too accustomed to the playstyle yet, but I am definitely improving there. And this variant just showed the best so far in my test matches. And yeah, can be pretty brutal. And it's a lot easier to build than Jesmon decks, because getting Sistermons a good amount, and Jesmons and Hagmons can be pretty difficult because it's just such a popular deck. And yeah, this is definitely a meta deck as well. You can see with red, which can be a lot of fun. It's like kind of like aggressive deck, but with some security control elements with the recovery and all the option cards in the deck. So it's kind of a mix of 2 very different archetypes, being control deck and an aggressive deck. So yeah, and it's very different to play than your standard Digivolve decks or something like that. But yeah, definitely give it a try. I had a lot of fun playing and building this deck. I'm definitely still trying to improve that as we speak. But yeah, that's all from me. And of course, if you did enjoy this video, leave a like, comment, subscribe, you know the deal. Hit me on Twitter and Facebook, all the links in the description, and I will see you another time. Ciao!